If you're like me and have fine hair, you probably find that it's impossible to get any volume on the top, and your hair just wants to lay flat to your head. I have fine hair. I have a lot of it, but it is fine, and I like to keep it long so it has some weight pulling it down, and it will just stick to the top of my head unless I go in and just do some back combing, do some teasing, you know, all the things. But I didn't like doing that all the time. Plus, days when I don't fix it, it's just flat to my head, pulled back in a ponytail, and it drives me crazy. But I saw this girl who also had, sorry, my bird is sitting on the door outside my studio, and he's shushing me. So if you hear shh, that's him. Girl who anyway, I was recently watching some videos, and there was a woman in the video who was talking about how she has very fine hair and she never has any volume on top of her head, and her hair just sticks to her head and hangs there. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I feel you. And if you have fine hair, you know exactly what I'm talking about. She had this little trick that she did, and I couldn't believe how simple a solution it kind of was. And you'll be surprised, maybe. Everybody may already know this. It may just be, I may just be the only, I may just be the last one to catch this boat. But an 80s flashback, a hair crimper. This is how she was getting all this great body and volume on the top of her hair. And she had this little 1-inch wide hair crimper, and she would just go in. I'll show you in a couple of minutes. I was doing my hair this morning, and I thought, you know, I really need to share this with people, because if you have really fine hair, you know the struggle. The struggle is real, and this has just made the biggest difference. So check it out in action, how I do the crimper and get the volume on top of my hair. Okay, so let's get started. The first thing you're going to want to do is part your hair where you normally part it, and then section off a little area. That's going to be your cover area after you get the crimps in. Then I just take these tiny, very small pieces, and you can see how well it's just crimping there. I go as close to the scalp as possible, squeeze it, hold it 4 or 5 seconds, and then I'll take it up a length. So I'll do 2 crimper lengths to each piece that I pull up, and then I spray that area underneath to give it some extra hold. And then this is basically it. Crimp and spritz and flip, and you want to go down as far as you want to have the volume. The first time I did this, I went almost to the top of my ears, and that was way too much. So once you get as far as you want to go, just flip it over and look at all that volume that is where all the flat hair was. It's just magic. So then I part for the other side, get the cover layer over, and then do the same thing on that side. Usually don't have to do, I only do about 2 rows of crimping on the smaller side of my part, and spray it and crimp it. And then when you're done, all this body, and then I just bring everything back over. And sort it out, you know, kind of get the camouflage layer, and just kind of get your fingers in there and fluff it up, and there's your volume. How cool is that, right? I mean, it's just so super easy. I just went on Amazon. This is a just a bed head. I think it was maybe 20 bucks, and it's a 1-inch wide crimp, and trust me, if you have fine hair, you will love this. So if you thought this tip was cool and helpful, I'd appreciate you giving me a like and thumbs up on the video. That is so tremendously helpful for me. And hit that subscribe button so we can find beauty, humor, and fun in everyday life together. I will see you in my next video. Take care.